Right guys, so 24th of September is the date that's going around. Now the EFF Student Council released the date saying the 2nd of October. How far is the 2nd of October? Come on. And the thing is guys, we need to formalize this, right? We need to formalize this because of course we can't just have this happening in one spot of the country. We have to have it happening everywhere. And it's going to be after a holiday too, so no excuses.
Now, on the 24th of September 2025, a constitutional hill, we are doing to the ANC what the ANC did to the apartheid government. And if you want to be a part of history, join us.
Guys, please understand me when I say this, right? The purpose of this protest is to have economic inclusion for the youth, right? It's not meant to be violent. It's meant to be a peaceful protest. I'm tired of not being included in our economy as a South African, and I'm sure you are also tired. So I don't understand why there's all this discourse, because it benefits the country. And I want everybody to understand that this was not a one-day march, you know? It is an ongoing movement because we as the youth deserve to be included. And I don't understand why anybody else would think otherwise.
I wake up this morning and I start seeing posts and talks about a protest happening on the 24th of September, and I'm like, it's about damn time. And I'm not here to incite violence, but in everything that I'm seeing so far, I'm not seeing a strategy as to how are we going to achieve what we are setting out to achieve. I hear all the reforms and all that stuff that we are suggesting, but how exactly are we going to achieve that? And so my suggestion, I am saying, again, I'm not here to incite violence. The crew of Nelson Mandela, in the words of Nelson Mandela, I once said, if the ANC government does to you what the apartheid government did to you, do to the ANC government what you did to the apartheid government. And so what they did is they started hitting the government where it hurts them the most. They started hitting power stations. No power, no economic functionality, you know. So I'm not saying let's destroy infrastructure, but let's sit down and find where can we hit them where it hurts the most, because a peaceful protest is not going to work. Inciting violence is not going to work. Burning down buildings is not going to work. So it's time for diplomacy. It's time for statecraft. It's time for those people who studied politics and economics. Come to the forefront. Come forward. We need you now, you know, because this thing, it needs school, you know, it needs a level of intellect and thinking behind this thing. So unless a strategy was brought forward, and maybe I am just new to this whole thing, I don't know what is up, my apologies, you know. But based on what I've seen so far, yeah, we definitely need a strategy.
On the 24th of September, we're having a National Youth March. If you are in Pretoria, you're going to meet the people at the Union Building. Cape Town, same applies. These are some of the tips that I have. Wear all black so that you don't stand out. Wear something that covers your tattoos, your ears, as well as this bridge. Maybe put on some makeup. Have a water bottle with water in case you or your partners or the people you'll be working with get pepper sprayed. Pepper spray is very painful. Water rinses it out. Carry it. Disable location services on your phone if you're going to take your phone along. If you don't take it along, write important numbers somewhere on your body whereby it won't be erased. If you decide to take videos of the protest, ensure that you blur out faces of the people who will be protesting with you. Layer up clothing to protect yourself from rubber bullets. Do not post yourself at the location of the protest because police will arrest you if they find out you were there. Disable face lock and fingerprint lock so that if you are bringing your phone along to take videos, when the police arrest you, they will force you to unlock your phone. Passwords are safer than fingerprint and face lock. They will force you to unlock your phone. Disable those features. Do not wear sandals, wear boots or techies. If you're going to be at the back, when police start shooting, do not panic. You will scare the people who are at the front lines. The people who are at the front lines are the ones who are supposed to move away when the police start shooting. The people who are going to be frontliners, ensure that you have heat-proof gloves so that when they throw the gas canisters at you, you can pick them up and throw them back at the police. Have a face mask or a bandana so that when they start shooting tear gas, you have something to, you know, cover yourself with. The safety goggles that the construction workers were wearing, if you can get maybe 5 pairs and you're going to be in the front lines so that you can pass on to the other people who are going to be in the front lines, this will help them be protected from the tear gas. If you decide to carry a backpack, ensure that there's water, snacks, a scarf, saline solution, goggles, scarf or earplugs.
Shout out to this girl, because every single post I see about any type of uprising or Nepal, Indonesia, she's there trying to spread something, trying to start something. But I have a few things to add. Number one, I think it's very important that we don't destroy public infrastructure because it's not going to benefit anybody. I think also number two, I think if we go into the protest with a clear objective, you know, then it's going to be easier. Hey guys, this is going to be my first one, so I don't know. I'm a bit scared. And I think the third thing is, I think we're really overlooking what boycotting can really do. I hope I'm using the right term, but using our money in a way that I think would give us power as South Africans to do something about it, maybe in a non-violent way or in a passive way, if I can say that, for the people that might not want to protest and, get messy. But do with that information what you will, and let me know, guys, your thoughts and everything. Guys, I'm not going to be at the front, please.
This is my second attempt to appeal to the organizers and the youth of South Africa planning a march on the 24th of September.
Right, guys, so 24th of September is the date that's going around.
Please do not shut down airports, national roads, reserve banks. Do not cripple our economy. This is not what you want. So the organizers of the protest, please ensure that they don't destroy businesses, schools, hospitals, or hurt anybody. Based on the comments I'm getting on my viral video, this is getting out of hand. I am not immune to the corruption because you see me as privileged. I still wait in the Home Affairs line. I still get bribed to continue criminal cases. I still get pulled over where police officers try to bribe me. I still have to deal with the corruption in this country. And when you guys target businesses, bear in mind that what is keeping this country together. And when you get angry at the privileged, understand that they're the ones single-handedly keeping infrastructure together. What this country needs is more people contributing to their tax so that we can help fix it. If you don't have the money to fix it, that is a huge problem. Currently, the top 4% of taxpayers, approximately 304,000 individuals, account for 52.7% of total personal income. Revenue. The government has nothing. We need to help them. Businesses contribute significantly to saving this country. So if you want to burn and loot businesses, understand that they are helping to keep this country afloat. The private sector is basically single-handedly keeping this country alive. Our problem is with the corrupt ANC that takes the money that they are giving and stealing. So since everyone keeps saying, am I going to be part of it? Absolutely not. Not based on the comments on that video where they plan to burn buildings. They plan to take down our economy. I will not participate in that. But what I have done is I've created a petition for all South Africans. Now, if you do not want to take part of this march, then please sign this petition. It is on my profile, the link to this petition. We want to see his immediate resignation for the failure to combat corruption, address unemployment, and revive South Africa's economy. We want the resignation of all ministers implicated in corruption. We want independent forensic audit of all government ministers and departments to identify and procure all officials involved in corruption. We want to establish a transitional government comprised of respected formal officials, civil society representatives, and economic experts to manage the country until a free and fair election can be held. The people of South Africa recognize that South Africa's youth has borne the brunt of government failure and corruption. Unemployment is over 60% with our African youth. That is despicable, and we need to form unemployment programs focused on this infrastructure development. Education reform needs to have an immediate review and overhaul of the education system to ensure alignment with job market needs and digital skills development. We need youth representation in our transitional government. We need economic revival plan, and we need immediate development and implementation of comprehensive economic recovery plan focused on job creation, support for small businesses, and investment in renewable energy. It does not matter where I sit. It does not matter my skin color. I too am extremely angry with this country and the state of our government and how much they steal and talk and pretend that they care. I too have no water and no electricity. I too experience what everyone else does. But thankfully I can buy my own solar panels and I can buy my own water. But that is still something I should not have to do. This is the government's job. And we have sat for years trying to wait for them to do what they're supposed to do, all their promises. And now everyone is tired. And I get it, we are tired, but we cannot hurt our economy more by burning down things that we have to rebuild. More people need to pay taxes. There are many, many, many smart people in this country that can help fix it, that want to fix it. But we need a plan. So I'm begging you to please sign this petition. Go ahead with your march if that's what you need to do. But if you want true, meaningful change, sign a petition so that the government understands what your demands are. And that is all I'm asking of you. Please share this video as many people as possible. We need to have a petition. We need to have demands. The protest is not going to do what you think it's going to do. It is going to put lives at risk. And it is going to make South Africa as an entire country look real bad. And I don't stand for that either.